And you know, I think a lot of parents out there do this anyway, so that the kids will eat the food.
Make it interesting, yeah.
But do it for your grown-up guests too.
100%. I've done these myself, like in my real life, so I know that they're a hit. You know, so I wanted to show them. And they're easy. All of these projects are like for the most basic of entertainers. You don't have to be a cook. I promise you. These. I wanted to go crazy, easy on these.
So what she means is Tracy Moore can do these.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay,
then
so
you can do them too.
The very first one, make a cheese ball. If you've got a favorite cheese ball recipe, go ahead, use it. They're really easy to make. Yeah. They're only a couple of ingredients. Wrap it in some cellophane and put it in the fridge. Now, see how I've kind of made this already into a bit of a triangle? Yeah. There's a reason for that. So I'm going to, it's got to be in the cheese ball, you should rest in the fridge for about 2 hours to make it nice and firm. And I'm just going to put this back on the, now I've got cheesy hands, but don't worry, I've got it. I knew I had these paper towels for a reason. And then once you put it back on the cutting board, what we're going to do is make it into what's going to look like a pine cone. So cute. So what you've got are the pecans. You could use almonds for this as well. You could probably use walnuts. And the idea is you start at the bottom, and you want to start with your tip. That's the kind of, you know, the important part, probably 3 in the bottom. And this couldn't be easier. You're literally just putting in the pieces of pecan or whatever nut you have, so they're layering over each other. And when does that make sense?
That totally makes sense.
Okay, so let's swap this out so you see how that's done. And this is what, when you've done the pecans, this is what it's going to look like. Yeah, good. Awesome. Okay. So we want to bring in the kind of pine cone flavoring. So this is rosemary. So we're going to decorate around it in the pine leaves. And you know, I did this for either Christmas or Thanksgiving because it felt kind of that fall to me. Right. But this has got cottage written all over it. Absolutely. To me, you know, this is really an all-season type project. So I'm doing this upside down. So we're just going to put a couple, and then, you know, because it's a cheese ball, you need to have your crackers along with it. Yep. So the good thing about you know, displaying this on a cutting board, it's not fancy, you know? Right. The idea is to make it kind of rustic. Kind of fancy. Yeah, and you can just kind of zhuzh it and make creatively how you like to see it. You know what I mean? So there you can see it kind of gives that look of that pine cone. Whoop, there goes our crackers. Yeah, there goes our crackers. Pine cones, you know? So add the rosemary to make it pretty and make it a nice presentation. Because this is for the people who want to have that creative outlet, but, you know, maybe aren't the best cooks. Right, I love that. Okay, and I love that you use sort of this mix of store-bought and creativity, which is great. Keep it simple so you're not stressed out when people come over. And that's you use that as a dip, right? Yeah, use it a dip, Okay, so moving right along to these sweet little tulips. 2 little tulips here that I made. They're so cute. So what these are, I know, cute, right? They're cute. Okay, so these are cherry tomatoes stuffed with the whipped cream cheese and the green onions for the stem. Now the trick to this, or not really a trick, but the tip is, easy to make. I've got starting with a paring knife here, and you want to make the hole at the beginning in the bottom of the tomato. So you're going to put the tip of the knife in where the stem is, and just twist a circle. You're just making room for that onion to stick in. Okay. Then at the top, you're just slicing a little crisscross in it. Okay. And we want to take the little tomato guts out of the inside because we want room for that cream cheese, right? Right. You could use the end of your vegetable peeler. There's tools that often have a little pick, you know, technically made for potatoes. You could use a teaspoon, but you know what I found the very easiest was my little 1/4 teaspoon measuring because it's little and gets in there. And all you do is just flick out the little seeds. Okay. Because you just want to make room, like I said, for the tomato, for the make room for the cheese. For the cheese. And it's really easy. I'm using the whipped cream cheese because it's easier to get inside, but you can put your favorite dip in here. You can do anything you want. Okay. Look, just swipe it in, and then you just pop that little green onion in the bottom, and you're good to go with your tulips. And you've got your gorgeous tulips. This is going to be such a party pleaser. Cute. And you could put them out as a platter, but if you had like a platter of steaks or something, you could use them to just to decorate that platter, big cutting board. I love that. You know, easy too, right? You're not really cooking anything. Right. We've been talking a lot on the show about getting in your veggies because it's something we're not doing enough of. I don't care how old you are. Yeah. So when it looks like this, that makes me want to eat it. Yeah. That's really good. I know. So can you imagine how it inspires kids and everybody? Yeah. Okay, good. So again, about presentation, a veggie tray, whatever you want to call it. Why don't you have fun with the presentation of it as well? And I've just done this one in an owl. Oh, can you see? So make a little owl there. But you can have fun. You can do palm trees. Because it's summertime, you can do palm trees. And it's, you know, easy. Obviously, I've got the big carrots for the eyebrows. The dips are in the middle. peppers, you know, you can see kind of what that is.
Cucumbers
Good
and tomatoes,
presentation.
beautiful. Okay, these are adorable.
Now these guys are party animals. Okay, so these are my little caterpillars, which I'm not joking. When I made these, I was giggling like a little kid. Putting these little icing googly eyes on them, they all started to look like they have personalities to me. It was a trip. But it was so fun. I'm crazy about these. Now, here's my tip for these.
Yeah.
I made them last night thinking, you know, I'd be ahead of myself, prep like you would probably for your party. No. These guys had like a rockin' party at the in the fridge, okay?
Yeah.
And this is what they came out looking like. So the strawberry juice kind of ran the icing eyes.
Yeah, they're hungover.
Yeah. Oh, were they ever? It was. I opened the container and I'm like, whoa, too much tequila
guys.
there.
Yeah, like slow down.
For sure. So this is, you could make them all ahead, but put the eyes on last minute.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And then same thing, just for your fruit, easy peasy. Hollow out a watermelon. This couldn't be easier. And throw in your fruit. And you know what? You can buy it pre-cut if you want.
That's true, you could. Yeah. Okay, that is so beautiful. Have some fun with your food this summer.